Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and today I'll be talking about a Chainsword build for the Bulwark class in patch 8.1 of Space Marine 2. Now the Chainsword and Power Sword are probably the two most fluid melee weapons in this game, and the version I've chosen for the Chainsword today is the Artificer block version, mainly because 6 plus speed with 11 strength on a block defense type is just really strong for damage anyways, and even though the Relic Tier block version might have slightly higher damage at times, especially with things like full throttle, it doesn't really matter that much compared to the speed bonus, because speed is just king in Space Marine 2 and gives you far more utility and allows you to pull off perks like Swift Recovery far more often. Now, as far as the perk setup goes, I do just take Perpetual Strength into the perk Swift Recovery like I mentioned previously, because this is just an S tier perk. More contested health recovery on your heavy attacks is just God tier, and this is actually one of the best melee weapons in this game for contested health recovery in general. Now, next perk we take is Perpetual Strength, moving into Saw Blade, over into the perk Heavy Onslaught. Heavy attacks of this melee weapon deal 15% more melee damage, just free DPS increase, on top of the Full Throttle perk for the combo skip, because you really don't use the actual like full throttle charge attack, especially on like the Artificer version, because that is like the one downside, is that the full throttle is not that strong compared to the Relic tier, because speed is not affecting that perk whatsoever, but the combo skip is really all you need, and I'll put up like a little video here, like a link to show you guys where that is. Now, combined Onslaught here, light combo attacks of this weapon deal 10% more melee damage. This is a very powerful combo with momentum gain here. Each consecutive light attack increases light attack melee damage by 3%, up to 30% for 3 seconds on our Artificer here, because 6 plus speed means we are able to light attack more of this weapon than any other variant of the Chainsword. This can actually really up your DPS overall and kind of make you reach the same levels as a Relic Tier block, while also maintaining that massive speed increase. And also we just pick up the Extremis Layer here for free, which that's a pretty good bonus too. And now for our secondary weapon, I do take a Plasma Pistol Rate of Fire variant, because the Bulwark in particular is like one of the only classes that can actually get secondary ammunition back for free with auxiliary reload, so a really valuable perk for him, and really lets you take things like the Rate of Fire where other classes simply can't. And the perk tree setup is just going down the top tree for ammunition and shot charge rate, on top just picking up the bottom perks for Divine Might and bonus damage and a little bit more ammunition, so pretty simple there. Also, the gun strikes on this thing are an AoE based attack, so very strong in siege mode and even in operations at times, so pretty valuable weapon overall. Now for the actual perk tree setup here, we do take Intimidating Aura first. A perfectly timed parry deals area of effect damage within a 5-meter radius. Cooldown is 5 seconds. Now, even though the description of this perk does not say it works on Perfect Block, it does actually work with Perfect Block as well in patch 8.0, so just keep that in mind, which is why we take it here. You could also take the perk Forward Momentum after a Shield Bash or Thunderhammer Pommel Smash. Melee damage increases by 30% for 10 seconds. Now, you should also keep in mind that the Shield Bash trigger for these does not actually have to hit anybody. You can just Shield Bash the air and trigger these perk effects, so you pretty much just get like a free 45% melee damage bonus on top of no knockback, which we will actually take advantage of here in this build for just punching the air and just get that off like your 10-second cooldown every time. Really useful perk trigger, to be honest, and very strong combo. You can also take the perk Conviction here when your armor is fully depleted. You take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. 10 seconds is a super long uptime, just like these two perks, and having a 25% health damage decrease on armor break just prevents you from getting nuked, so super valuable perk there too. Next perk row, we take Scramble Targeting. If you're surrounded by 5 or more enemies, you take 25% less damage from range attacks. 25% less damage from range attacks is super valuable in this game, because range attacks are usually what nukes you. Things like Enraged Devourers, things like the Plasma Cannons from Hellbrutes and stuff like that, or Soul Cannon Terminators. Overall, super strong. Some people like Armor of Contempt, but this perk is really only good for killing Minoras and does barely any damage to Extremis and stuff like that. And the damage reduction from this perk will let you do more damage overall, because you won't be dead. Now, next perk here is Seal Within. When your health is less than 50%, you take 30% less health damage. This is really strong, because 30% less health damage when you're low is just super powerful already. And you have like a base damage reduction in this game as your HP drops anyways, and we have a 30% increase starting HP on this class. So like all of that put together with Seal Within makes you incredibly tanky. Really valuable perk combo here. Though if you are taking a fencing weapon, you can take Armor Reinforcement, because non-finisher gun strikes restoring 1 armor is also incredibly valuable. Next perk here is Focus Restoration on our team tree. Every 30 seconds, all squad members automatically restore 1 armor segment. This perk comes out to like a stupid amount of armor gain for your team, and armor is just free damage reduction, and sometimes it is 100% damage reduction versus melee attacks, including bosses, so super strong perk. One of the strongest team perks in the entire game right now. Advanced Conditioning is still pretty strong too for getting contested HP back on things like bolt weapons, but overall Focus Restoration is better. And I should mention that Effective Formation information, all squad members take 20% less health damage from extremis and terminus level enemies is actually not as bad as it looks, because the way that like damage is calculated from enemies in this game, or like damage reduction, like direct targeted effects versus an enemy type are actually worth more than like flat damage reduction at times. So pretty good for that, but overall these two perks are still better. Next perk here is Purity of Purpose. The banner deals damage over time to enemies within its area of effect. This is just the absolute best perk in this row by far. This does a stupid amount of damage. It will wipe out Minoris, do significant damage to Majoris and Extremis. It'll even do like significant damage to bosses. If you put down a Glory Shield for like that 20% increased time on top of Purity of Purpose on like a triple boss spawn, they'll just like take so much tick damage that's kind of insane how much free shit you get off of it, or I should say free damage. Yes, free shit. But yeah, free damage for Purity of Purpose, S tier perk for sure. Pretty much always take this. These other two perks don't even remotely compare. They need like a significant buff. Now, next perk I take here mainly for operations is Glory Shield. All squad members within the banner's area of effect take 20% less damage, and the banner lasts 20% longer. This perk is super valuable with Purity of Purpose. Very strong perk combo here. And though a lot of people may like Invigorating Icon, this one is better for sure, but Glory Shield, like an inner fire on your team, is just such a fun thing to spam. And in operations, it does serious work. So really strong perk effect for sure. And this one up here isn't even close. Next perk I take here is Merciless Resolve, because I will be taking emergency countermeasures. So basically, whenever we shield bash, we get a melee damage increase by 15% and no knockback for 10 seconds. And since you can trigger this perk for free by like just like punching the air, it's pretty easy to get your no knockback off of this. So you have the luxury of taking things like emergency countermeasure. Though if you want to take something like Inspiration for more damage in the banner, you can do that too. Or Rejuvenating Effect can be better in Siege mode. Like I will say, in Siege mode, I'd probably take something like this instead, because most people want the healing effect, let's be honest. But Glory Shield still works. If you have like a Vanguard on your team with Inner Fire or an Unmaziel, doesn't really matter if you're not having Invigorating Icon. So Glory Shield still a strong perk effect, but overall for operations, I set up like this. Now, signature perk here, Emergency Countermeasure. When your armor is fully depleted, a reserve shock grenade automatically detonates at your position. Cooldown is 90 seconds. This is a pretty long cooldown, but like a free shock grenade is pretty epic, especially since you don't have equipment regen on this class at all. This is also one of the only things in the game that can get a grab off of you by yourself, so really strong perk effect in general. Armor Advance is also really good, because this is just free knockback when no knockback when you have armor active, and that happens all the time in this game. And this perk needs a major buff, because a 90-second cooldown to one parry Majoris or Extremis kill guys is pretty trash, so that's what I set up here. Now, as far as the actual prestige perks go for the Bulwark class, since prestige perks are some of the strongest perks on the classes in this game, number 1, Auxiliary Reload. Melee kills or Extremis level or higher enemies restore your secondary weapons ammo by 1 magazine. This one doesn't proc as much in operations, but in siege mode, this is like the only way to maintain a proper ammo economy at times, and I honestly go as far as say it's mandatory for hard siege. Next perk we take here is Resilience. Medicae stims restore 40% more health. This is actually a really good perk for making your stims more valuable, especially since we're not taking Invigorating Icon in operations. If you have like a mortal wound or something, this let you heal off of your first stim and use your second stim if you get hit to hit that breakpoint far more easily. Really useful for that. Next perk here, Overcharge, we skip over since like Full Throttle on the Chainsword is not used very much, so instead I take Powerful Shot for a range damage increase by 20%, and the best perk in this entire tree, Masterful Defense. Ability charge restored by 1% for every blocked range attack. This can like full charge your banner off of Soul Cannon and other things like that. Even like Rubric Marine Flamers will just like give you so much CDR back, and CDR in this game is like absolute S tier wherever you can find it, so Masterful Defense, pretty much always take this. And that's pretty much all there is for the actual perk tree setup on both the perk and prestige perks. And as far as the build gameplay goes, it's time to show a full true solo operation on Decapitation. Though I will say, if you're taking this into siege mode, just swap the perks like this, or you can just keep this one. But like either way, I probably would take Invigorating Icon for most people, but Glory Shield is still pretty strong. That's pretty much all there is for this build guide. So thanks for watching, guys, and here's the actual gameplay. Peace. Alright, here we are in game for a Decapitation run on True Solo Absolute with our Artificer Block Chainsword build on the Bulwark class. Now, I am a big fan of Glory Shield in this game. The 20% damage reduction is actually pretty massive. And for operations, and even siege mode at times, you don't really need the healing. It really depends on your team comp. might keep applying that shield buff. For this annoying sniper here. Someone throw up. There's just one, it's not too bad. Let's do it. Just seen the little link there. Unless there's like a crack grenade in here that I can just toss to them. Oh, convenient.
Resources acquired.
His own throws do kind of suck playing as Bulwark. Just for the plasma pistol, it's not very good for killing them.
Tossing crack.
Auxiliary reload trigger, perfect. Our ammo back. There we go. So your kick is actually a little faster and has a further reach than your bash does, in my experience. Trying to get the guys, it's usually better to use that than like skipping over into the bash. At least off your run. Like if you do it like this, the kick can be pretty good off a lunging attack to get to them, because you can't do a bash off a lunging attack. Is what I'm trying to actually say here, because the actual standard bash and kick are the same range, but off a lunging attack, and a little kick after is pretty good for catching some of the guys. Because any lunging attack or heavy attack will stagger unenraged enemies for the most part, and interrupt things like the reinforcement calls, stuff like that. This bozo. Right.
I can understand why the Astromelitarans struggle to repel that horde. Ready to deploy.
Where's this guy?
Skitter to the wings. Take cover.
I also pop the spores down here, and then we can probably just pop this dude.
Tactical advantage.
Oh, this guy is, he's tapping into the speed force. Hold on. Let me just demolish you as quickly as possible. Yeah. There we go.
The Tyranid is slain.
I hope they get rid of that movement speed on the Biovores. Maybe not the movement speed, but like the knockback. That needs to go. Like that, the fact that can kill you in siege mode kind of ridiculous. And there's very little counterplay. It's a very, very tight window for perfect dodge, even if you see it coming. My shield bash. There we go. A relic there. I'll also grab this. I'm gonna save this extra crack grenade just in case there's another zone throw, because getting rid of one of them is really all you have to do. Then your plasma pistol's pretty decent at wiping them out, and in siege mode it doesn't really matter because usually you're playing with other people. Oh, I might actually take Bulwark into a true solo again, because he is quite fun. He's a very fluid melee in this game, mainly because of the animation cancel. Oh wow, it's got the least entertaining portions of this game is when you got 2 diving attacks on you simultaneously from opposite directions. It's kind of hard to perfect dodge that. Or parry, I should say. Might get a boss spawn here. They do have boss spawns on Decapitation now, which does make it a lot more fun, but the Neurothrope tunnel portion does kind of blow ass. Can't lie. 5 more snipers. Put zone throw, put this down. Throw her up to my north so they can't, Oh, give me that. That's unfortunate. We never have no knockback on.
No Xenos monstrosity may escape the Imperium's wrath.
For me, thank you. I'll check this box here. Just frags. I mean, we don't have anything else to take, so might as well. Usually on this map, I save Melt-A-Bombs for the Decapitation boss fight with the Hive Tyrant, because he's kind of obnoxious at times if he gets like a Sword Warrior spawn with him. Because his ads are actually more dangerous than he is. Free stim. Those are worth 40% more for us on this build. Resilience is actually a pretty good prestige perk on both this class and Tactical, mainly because getting more HP back from Sims just means that they're worth more. Because it's saving your requisition points so you don't have like a healing guy on your team. It also just makes it easier to get a mortal wound back off of a emergency heal from tested health.
Supports the wire. We need more arms. We crushed the ravenous brood.
We have 4 bombs to plant this time. So these Devourers, they always shoot in bursts of 3. Or I should say a maximum of 3. So once they're done with that, we'll have to do charge up again to actually hit you. So keep that in mind, because a lot of people have a huge problem with like enraged Devourers in this game. They do have an attack pattern that will never shoot 4 times in a row. Like zone probes. This.
Banner, ready to deploy. Primed explosives.
My rabbit over here. There gonna be 3 more down there, but I just kind of want to try to double dip in this one first. We're playing like at least an Extremis spawn. I have seen a boss spawn here before, but we'll see. It's not that likely. We have a ton of crack grenades though. Nice.
This support is ready for demolition. The supremacy of
There was a zone probe somewhere. It must be like downstairs or something. Since we have so many crack grenades in here, I'm just gonna yoink that at him. Or not yoink that, eat it. Where's this guy? Taking his sweet ass time apparently. Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, 2 of them.
that is no ordinary.
A triple spawn, how cruel.
Atrocity. This galaxy is the door. Fire on the line. Still have supports the wire. We need more bombs. have supports the wire. We need more bombs.
These Minotaur swords here. I'm pretty sure that's the last major wave we're gonna get. At least down here. Let us move on and finish this last one. And then we'll fight with the Acadians. And see if we get a boss fight. Hopefully a Karn effects, because I just don't like fighting Neurothropes whenever I'm playing like a melee class in this game. Honestly, I don't like fighting Neurothropes when I don't have a soccer ball right till period. Or a bolt sniper. I lied, this is the last major horde we're getting, I guess.
We stopped their call for aid. Let us finish this. We were bred
Maybe the crack grenades up there too. Now in siege mode, it does get to a point where crack grenades post wave 30 will not even like one-shot sorcerers in their shield. And that's not very epic, but these things really do need a buff. For being honest, like in patch 9.0, I do hope to actually see like a crack grenade buff, because they should not be sticking to Minotaur enemies. Right now, they're pretty much only useful versus things like Neurothropes and Zoanthropes. And like maybe Terminators at times, but even then. For the bridge portion. I do wish this spot actually spawned Extremis. That'd be a cool way to buff this mission. Same thing with the boss fight at the end. Like, too many Extremis might make the hive timer pretty toxic, but one or two, I don't think that'd be that bad. I mean, the other boss fights do it now, so I don't see why that one wouldn't. It's not like Saber Interactive's against getting, you know, frame traps. Let's be real. This.
Astartes! We were not expecting such illustrious company in the rear.
Four crack grenades. That won't really do shit for us here, but I'm probably gonna save my cracks for the Zoanthrope and Neurothrope down the tunnels.
The leader beast will cross that bridge.
Tunnel Neurothrope is a huge pain in the ass in this game, so I prefer to eliminate him as quickly as possible, especially considering we are a melee class. The plasma pistol is just not super epic for killing them.
All elements needed are prepared.
Is this a withdrawal order? Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed. Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your support. Incoming! Ready up! Send the Emperor's angels from behind! Eyes up! They're trying to surround us on the roofs!
Swarm, approaching on the left flank.
The Hive Tyrant is on its way, but it is a horde of Xenos between you and it. You have its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure. Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos need a beast to be in visual range shortly.
Enemies on our position. Skitters make way. Remain stalwart, brothers.
I've never seen such an atrocity. Hold. Give the Hive Beast a moment. Detonate the charges now.
Ammunition here. Detonation complete.
Alright, so hopefully we get Carnifex done here. Usually this is like where all the extremists stack up because the spawns are on cooldown this entire bridge portion.
Our tactics were sound.
Then once you go down this elevator, they all pop out in a giant ambush.
Feral without their connection to the Hive mind, but their focus is still on the relay. Reports confirm the Lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
We hear you, Command. It will be done. Banner awaits unfurling. The target is still
Dude,
struggling
Chainsword?
under that wreckage.
I'll take that. I mean, I don't need it, but why not? I wish this game had like a true level or something, so you could see what your actual level is in the game. Even post Prestige 4. Oh, no Carnifex spawn. That probably means if we do get a boss spawn, it's not guaranteed. Probably gonna be a Neurothrope. I'm pretty sure the director is like sending anything that's the opposite of your class type at you. So if you're playing like Sniper or something, you're gonna get a Neurothrope or a Carnifex. And if you're playing a melee class, you get a Neurothrope. What's it do this? Just double up on the AoE for him. Dang.
No foe in hide. That Xenos is living on them. Exterminate it. You failed that oath. Our adversary deny the immediate box. Our foes held the Tyranid in Ready to deploy. Tyranid dispatched and dismantled.
Alright, anything else here? I mean, I guess like the armor boost. Ammo box, anything else in here? Ammo. I'll take it, because we do get a neuro throw here, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Without our ammunition. Though, to be honest, our ammunition's not epic with the rate of fire version anyways. It's actually kind of better in siege mode thanks to auxiliary reload, but the one benefit of more extremis. Yeah, there it is. Do it. Oh my, I think my AoE was still there. There we go. That's one benefit of emergency countermeasures is you can actually get the grabs off of you. How many sword warriors here? This tunnel spot really does just suck ass. But if I get an intimidating aura proc here or something, should be fine. Jesus. Getting ping ponged here. I want to pull them out if I can, so I don't have to deal with any of that. Right, he's waving. That's pretty easy, though. Mostly not melee guys here now. Oh, there's comes the next that's a nasty combo. Let me get out of this. Oh yeah, I can. Pre-patch 8, definitely not, but I can't say that was clean, but there's one tunnel portion. Really, if you want to super sweat this guy, you kind of gotta pull him all the way out. If you pull him out to the back, it's a little bit easier. But even then, it's that wave. You kind of have to be around them. To activate my no knockback perk a couple times there. Right, I'm a rage guy. What a fiesta. That boss fight is going to be harder than the actual boss fight, which is quite funny. Because the Hive Timer was kind of a bum. Even the Trigun's kind of a bum. Because none of them spawn Extremis on you, but these normal boss fights now, getting a Lictor with a wave, or like a Lictor with the Carnifex, or a Ravener with the Carnifex, pretty toxic. They definitely frame trap you. I mean, I like it, personally. I think it should be difficult to have a boss fight in your mission.
Our fox link is out. We must be nearing the relay. Our duty remains unchanged.
Especially since the Neurothrope frame traps are almost exclusively from the wave now. They did fix them for the most part in this patch. Like the balls and stuff, the ball tracking.
The Xenos leader bescales the building.
AoE
Take
spam.
to the roof.
Okay. Shocks. I'll take those, sure.
Waste nothing, brothers.
Now the Hive Tyrant does have a 66% HP boost, so he does kind of take forever to fucking kill, but not that hard. Just time consuming.
Encircle and eliminate.
Oh, I've done that. Bang.
The creature is undergoing some
Oh, that's
kind of
convenient. It's right here.
transformation.
Oh, I guess we just take a W here now, huh?
Steal your thoughts.
Shit phased through him. Super epic.
Throwing stone. Our banner awaits unfurled. Our glorious blood strengthens ours.
Set my Norse at me this time. Pretty easy for us to deal with just a banner. Dirty of purpose. So damn good. Also does pretty significant boss damage. Dang. There we go. Lifetime really can't do much in this game. It says frame trap mainly, that's hard. But guys, that is the Artificer Block, Chainsword, Shield Bash, Emergency Countermeasures, Bulwark, Classic Ultramarine Colors build. That's a mouthful. Put that in the title. I think the Artificer Block Chainsword is just like the most fluid weapon in the entire game currently. Pretty damn good. Let's see what we got. 16 Extremis, 41,000 melee damage. Pretty standard, yeah. For this one. 16 special kills is actually pretty high. They did buff them definitely after the in patch 8.0, because decapitation used to barely have any Extremis, but these days pretty similar to other missions. But that's all for this video, guys. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thanks for watching. Take it easy.